Today we are going to make manta. Mampu was what I used to call when I was a child. Every time when my mom asked me, "What do you want to eat?" I said always, "Mampu, mom." I love manta. Manta is steamed bun. We have two kinds of manta depending on the dough in our Uyghur cuisine. One is peter manta without yeast. Another one is bolak manta. It's with yeast. Peter manta, if you order peter manta in the Uyghur restaurants, you will get more filling because the wrapper, the dough is very thin, but the filling is so delicious and juicy. And bolak manta, it has a fluffy and thicker layer. So today we are going to make bolak manta. The most of the time we use lamb with onion for the filling, and sometimes we combine that with different vegetables. And today I'm going to use spinach and Asian cabbage. Let's get started. As usual, we are going to make dough first. I'm going to add the yeast, spread it over the dough, mix it by hand. It's very important that you use slightly warmer water than the body temperature for making dough. I'm going to add 2 pinches of salt to the water. Mix it. Add the water little by little. The dough should be very fluffy, soft. Knead the dough until it becomes smooth. As you can see, the dough looks very moist, soft. Cover it with a damp towel and let it rest for about 1 hour. As you can see, I prepared raisin dough. It's rested for 1 hour, and I have here a splash of water. It's mixed with baking soda. Now I'm going to spread it over the dough and knead it again. In this way we are going to continue process the dough, make it smoother. If you put too much water, it will become too watery. You need just a splash of water. A very important thing, you need to mix the soda with the warm water. It's slightly warmer than body temperature. Now I'm going to let it rest for about half hour. As you can see, it's very soft now. Don't forget to cover it with a damp towel. In the meanwhile, you can prepare the filling. I'm going to chop up all the ingredients very fine. But first, you need to remove the excess water from the Asian cabbage. I'm going to chop it fine first and then going to squeeze it. Add 1 tablespoon of salt, spread it over the Asian cabbage and mix it. Let it rest for about 3 to 5 minutes. Let the water come out. I've got here beautiful fresh green spinach, and I'm going to smash the hard section a little bit so it becomes softer. For this recipe, you need to use fat lamb. I'm going to use the neck of the lamb. It has a layer of fat. As you can see, I already removed the bone and washed it. Now mix all the ingredients. Two tablespoons of oil, white pepper and ginger powder, a little bit salt to your own liking, and mix it. It smells so good. After about half hour, the dough looks great. This is good. In the meanwhile, prepare boiling water for steaming the manta. Take out the steamer insert and lubricate it with oil in advance so the buns don't stick to the steamer insert. Prepare extra flour. Spread the flour over the table. Take out the dough. Roll it on the table a little bit, and I'm going to divide it in walnut size little pieces like this and roll it between my palm. Put it on the table, press it like this and press the edges. You don't need to use rolling pin. In this way you can still make it bigger, and you don't need to press the center. The edges should be thinner than the center, and let it rest like this. Continue with making smaller pieces. Press the edges. Don't press the center too much, otherwise when you put the filling on the top of it, it'll break. If you have little children, you can do this step with your children. Let them know how the food is made. They will love it. When you begin to wrap, pick the first one. It's all rested. Take off the extra flour. Now we are going to wrap it. Put the filling at the center of the dough, very gentle. Pinch it to close. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this and press it. Continue with taking little piece from the other side, and at the same time the dough on your palm, you should turn it around like this, and at the end let it stick on the top of it. Put it right away in the steamer insert so it rests in it. My mom says always the filling should never stick out, so please remove this so people can't see what's in it. The water is boiling now. We are going to steam it at least 15 minutes. Bye, cuties! It's ready! It looks beautiful! Look at these cuties! For taking them out, use spatula and spoon. Manta is ready. I used to eat a lot of this manta, and my dad was always afraid that I ate too much of this. I hope you like this recipe, And if you ever make this recipe, don't forget to share the pictures with me on Facebook community or on Instagram. Thank you again and see you next week. Bye. Combine manta with chili sauce and vinegar. You can find the recipe on chili sauce on the blog and also on YouTube channel.